Hello and welcome to this edition of Mayor's Minutes. Today I would like to talk about planting season. We're heading into warm weather and I know a lot of people are going to be getting out into their gardens and deciding what they want to plant for the year. And one of the things that I'd like to encourage you to do is to plant native plants that are plants that grow here in New Jersey, that belong here in New Jersey. And what I really want to specifically hone in on are plants that are not native to New Jersey. They're really invasive species that are starting to crop up in our preserved space here in Brick Township. The first one is bamboo. We actually have an ordinance for bamboo. You should not be planting bamboo. Do not plant bamboo. If you have bamboo on your property, you do have it. You should probably try to get rid of it if you can. It spreads very quickly. It spreads into neighbors' yards and it spreads into our preserved open spaces. So we want to really avoid the bamboo. The second few that I want to cover are really pretty and people love them, but they are not native to New Jersey. And more frequently in the 15,000 acres of preserved land that we have so far here in Brick Township, we are seeing some of these come into our preserved lands. The first one is wisteria. It looks beautiful for about a week towards the middle of spring, but it is popping up all over, not only on people's properties, but within our preserved spaces. It is a tree killer, climbs up, sucks the life out of the trees, and it's really hard to get rid of. So if you can avoid planting wisteria, that would be great. The second one, I know everybody loves it, is English ivy. It's great in pots. If you have potted plants, throw the English ivy in there, fine. But it's not native here to New Jersey, and it's another one of those things that if you walk through the woods, you'll see that there are particular trees that are being literally strangled by English ivy that has now migrated from people's yards and into our preserved areas. And then the third one is honeysuckle. I know it smells so good, right? And I love it, but it really is another one of those plants that kind of chokes out what our native species are, and we really don't want those planted here in Brick Township. Now, the other two are a little less known, but are really prevalent here, and the first one is kudzu. That was originally, from what I understand, planted down in the South. It is absolutely not native to anywhere in the United States, as far as I know, and it is a super spreader. It definitely chokes out trees. We're not only seeing it here in Brick Township in our preserved spaces, but all throughout Ocean and Monmouth County. So please do not, it looks great when it's blooming or not blooming, it's really green leaves, but, and it does cover a lot of space, but it is really hard to contain. And again, it's not native to New Jersey. And then the last one is one you may or may not be familiar with, but it's called Tree of Heaven. I've personally been battling with a Tree of Heaven that was planted in my yard 20 years ago before I even moved into my house. We have hacked it back every year, tried to pull the roots. It is so hard to get rid of. And again, it's invasive. It is not native to New Jersey, and it really shouldn't be planted in your yard. So consider when you're going out to plant this year, what are the species that are native to New Jersey? What is good for our open spaces in case it should spread? And the best place that you can do that is if you go to jerseyyards.org. We'll put that site up here on the screen so you can see where to visit. It talks about a whole bunch of native plants that are beautiful, that are native to New Jersey, that will be wonderful to plant, that will bloom all throughout the seasons. So again, we have a little over 15,000 acres preserved here in Brick Township. We are expanding on that every single year. And you can help us by making sure that these non-native invasive species are not planted here in Brick Township. Thank you so much. Enjoy getting out in the warm weather. Enjoy working in your garden. And I look forward to seeing you on the next Mayor's Minutes.